High fly ball. Deep out to left center. Carter's back. Reaches up and he makes the catch. Evan Carter just brought a home run back.
You do that to O'Neill, okay, on Tuesday. Heck of a catch. What does he do to get revenge the next day, boys? He said, Carter, I want you to go ahead and catch this one.
So Skip Schumacher trying to get that ground ball.
Drive to right field. If it's fair, it's way gone. It hits the top of the foul pole. That's a Cruz missile.
Hop.
Up last.
Get up there like Hannah Mears during the broadcast.
Oh, brother. Number 7.
Look at this thing.
422 feet.
You hear he called his shot also?
A missile.
Like he
Towel.
An 8-4 Pirates lead.
Oh, he called his shot?
Jesus.
Boys, that's how, Carter, catch that one. Would you do that to him? Cruzy, no liberties, JoeyO. I know we were talking about the StatCast. I mean, he already is the StatCast darling, but holy smokes. That's awesome last night, Wednesday night.
Oh, that was crazy. I think 117 off the bat. So just another top 10 hit, probably exit velocity for the year. And then the StatCast, I think ESPN said it went 432. That was more like 532 if the fans aren't there. So, no, that was insane. Top of the ninth also, staying locked in the entire game and putting together good at-bats up to the end. That's what we love to see. So, yeah, that was huge, a huge stamp on the ending of that game to secure the dub.
Boys, I don't know how we didn't lead with this. What number is it today? HTC episode 6. You want to know which one of them hit some dingers? Man, welcome back in, baby. HTC 6. Some new accessories here. We got to call that out. Come on, over every shoulder. Mine's not within reach, but we had to upgrade, and huge shout out the Olivos, man, our super fans, Mrs. and Mr. O. Thank you for hoist the color supporting. We now are rocking the cones. We're gonna have to get some siggies on these things, get some signatures. But now we're a podcast, baby. But Lucas, how you feeling, baby?
Oh, I mean, I feel pretty good. I would love to pick up this series win against the Rangers, keep stacking them. But I think you texted Gator when this team is refusing to lose 2 in a row, which will get you into the postseason. So if they can just keep on this kind of pace, you're feeling good.
100%. That bounce back and how ugly it looked game 1 against the Rangers to put the 8 spot down, punctuated by what we led off with here with Cruzy. And it's so big just to not string those big losses together. And we're going to hit on what's coming up on the calendar. But JoeyO, going back to Cruz too, he is the story there yesterday on Wednesday. For how many times in that game? Because the Pirates had just taken the lead. Like Cruz was just sugar on top. Cruz has had a bad game. He's for, I think he had the 3 strikeouts, and he called the shot goes to Marcel that he's going to hit a homer. I mean, evolution. The evolution is happening.
Oh yeah, I think they they interviewed him after the game. They're like, "What'd you say?" And he's like, "I can't tell you guys, but I told him I was gonna have a good at bat. Basically, I'm gonna hit the piss out of the ball and slam it on top of the foul ball." But no, it was cool. It seemed like, again, he had a tough game. I think we've talked about it a lot. The old O'Neill, he's probably got a couple golden sombrero games, on the career for sure. And I think part of that's just him, whatever. At this point, who cares? But no, it's just cool seeing him battle late in the game. And apparently he called his shot to Marcel, which is pretty cool. I think they're clicking pretty well. Hopefully you see that translate to Marcel's side, because he's still, trying to get out of trying to get those numbers up after a tough start. But yeah, it's cool seeing the friendship there, and O'Neill just, being dialed and calling his shot.
It's insane. That home run, man. I've watched that so many times, and it doesn't make sense. Like you said,
love that text you sent me also at 10:40. Pop your little head off that pillow. You're gonna like it.
And Well, what we're doing this here, we'll call it out. We're doing it Thursday, usually the Tuesday slot. So Thursday, like we talked about coming into that, the finale against the Rangers, and just the ability for the team to bounce back, huge. And Lucas, you've become like my go-to starting pitcher guy. Like what we got, Braxton Ashcraft, I think had 200 family members and friends on hand yesterday in the second game of the series. How about his impact, man? He's it's such a perfect spot because there's feels like there's no pressure on him. He is delivering.
Huge, huge, and he was a guy that was stuck in the minors for a couple of years, putting up big numbers at AAA, and finally getting his shot. It's awesome to see him come through and do it. And I mean, it's a testament to their ability to develop pitching. They have been phenomenal at that recently, and it's still coming. There's still guys that are coming, waiting in the minors to come up. Dotel looks like a real nice arm. Could be a bullpen piece. Could be a starter. So it's nice to see the arms are plentiful.
Man, Ashcraft, yeah, on the year now, coming off of the Wednesday start there. It's the 1-1 record, a 2.43 ERA in 5 games started across 29 innings, a 2.02 opponent batting average. And
Yeah.
just giving up the 21 hits there in those 29 innings, 32 punchies to just 9 walks. So phenomenal the job he's done. He kept guys in the park. I think the homestand against the Nats, he gave up his first home run. But yeah, that's something they've done a really good job of just keeping guys in the yard to keep you in it. I mean, it's been so cool to see, and even going back to Sunday, they're faced with the rubber match there against the Tampa Bay Rays and answer the bell there. Just kind of kept battling back. I think a guy who Lucas, I guessed it was your jersey, which we got to show that thing off. The brand new threads there. I was like, is it a Spencer Horwitz jersey? He's got the Brian Reynolds, which is clean, man, with the new threads.
Oh yeah, had to
How
pick
about,
some.
oh, you got to go steady Eddie, man, with Bubblegum Boy Reynolds. But
Bubblegum
yeah,
boy.
Horwitz, some big ABs as well. I know kind of coming off of Sunday, slowed a little bit, but the pinch hit on Sunday
Oh,
to kind of stamp
Awesome.
last week was unreal.
mhm.
Yeah. He pimped the hell out of it also. That was really cool. But then I just like we keep going back to what we saw last year with like in the years before Shelton, where like he has a pinch hit home run, he's been hitting well, and then he gets benched like the
Yeah.
Yeah,
next game or the next 2 games. And like, I don't know. I did like you gotta reward him for that, right?
you would think. No, you would think unless it was some scheduled stuff, but I mean, it's nice to see guys getting very excited and into those kinds of those hits. I mean, I feel like at stretches last year, it was kind of just going through the motions. So
Yeah.
it's nice to see them buying in every pitch. You can kind of tell they believe, they think they have a chance at any opportunity. So it's contagious for sure right now.
Hmm.
And I love with Horowitz, man. Yeah, to come off the bench, how hard that is to do. And yeah, it's different. Not your bat flip, kind of just drops it down like he's
Stares at it. Yeah.
oh, huge, man.
Cool.
Huge. And even in the to even up the series here against the Rangers, we can't not talk about our guy Mangum for he also talking about pinch hitters. He came in there right before Cruz and worked a tough at bat, fell behind. It's just the difference. You have Cruz hitting the 515 off the top of the foul pole and Mangum just grinding one out, putting it in play to score the go ahead there on a chopper on the left side. So it's when you got everything firing like that with the pitching, it's going to put you in a great spot. But we look at the horizon. I know coming in this stretch that the Pirates are about to go on, and I'm going to pull up the schedule here. For those at home, man, it's a gauntlet because we are right now in what is the best division in baseball, which is just crazy. Coming on a month, we're flirting with May next week. And this stretch that we're about to go on, a 10-game stretch against nothing but the division there to close out. So you see Brewers for 3, 4 against the Cards at PNC, and then we jump to the start of May, and they've got 3 against the Redlegs. A 10-gamer, they won't play. I went ahead and looked. They don't have a 10-game stretch against the division again this season. So I mean, this is you talk about getting thrown into the gauntlet, see what we come out. It's going to
Yeah.
be a great measuring stick starting Friday. Not that we diminish what's going to happen here in Texas and Arlington, but man, gauntlet about to be laid down here.
Yeah. I'm hoping a little above 500 that stretch. 6-4, 7-3. You do that, then there's some serious talk about us, I feel like. So, yeah, this is a
Oh,
huge stretch. I didn't know we had 10 in division games coming up, and it's, basically against all the top teams. Well, like you said, the entire division, but that's going to be awesome. I think, yeah, a good litmus test for us early in the season right now for sure.
I'll totally echo that. I mean, I think that's if you come out 6-4, you're pretty happy there. I mean, that is a huge stretch of games for us. So early in the season, you don't see that very often, but
Yeah.
this feels very, very important for the team. So hopefully they can keep the bats going and the pitching going for sure.
It's looking at the standings is crazy. Seeing the Pirates and the whole division, yeah, top to bottom. There's not a team with the losing record. Then you like go to the NL East right down the road, and you got the Phillies at 8-17 at the bottom of their division, right? So it's just top to bottom. They're playing great baseball, and I know JoeyO, you mentioned it. I mean, we're almost 99% Buccos. That's pretty much all we're talking about here at HTC, but the Reds with the start they've gotten off to, it's crazy because on the road they've been even better. They're 10-3 on the road this year. But the run differential, I know you pointed to that, Joey. Now that we've played, about 25, 20 some games, it's like you point to that run differential, like, okay, something's hairy with them in the red there, -2.
Yeah. Yeah, you figure that's not going to last, especially because, like, compared to not just the rest of the division, but the entire National League, they have the fourth lowest runs scored right now, So, um, obviously, the runs against is pretty good. They're like, top seven, but it doesn't seem sustainable. So I think that's just one of the weird mysteries of baseball right now is kind of how the Reds have been out to a hot start. I guess the teams I'm kind of more concerned about are always Milwaukee. I mean, they won the division the last couple of years, and then obviously Chicago. They got a pretty nasty roster and solid pitching squad. So I think it'll kind of come down to those two teams. But yeah, still good on the Reds. I mean, that's crazy to see them out to this start, but I can't see them sustaining it.
We're already calling our shot, baby. I love it. We know JoeyO coming after the Brewers have been the class. It's insane what they've done the last 5 years. They're right up there with the Dodgers. It's literally Dodgers
Yeah.
and the Brewers in terms of total wins, like since 2020. So they've been so consistent and doing it. You consider their resources versus what the Cubs are doing, the amount of money that they're pouring into their roster. So
Yeah, a couple different ways to succeed there. So it's interesting, especially in the division with the Cubs and the Brewers. I mean, it's wild to see the Brewers continue to lead the pack, but yeah,
right.
I mean it'll be a good measuring stick if we can get those wins and hang around. I think all you want to do is hang around at this point. I don't think
Mhm.
the Buccos are a team that's going to run away with the division. So if you can hang in there, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, like JoeyO said, man, just keep winning series and a stretch like this. Yeah, get yourself. You just can't. You don't want to lose back-to-back series. You just want to keep it under wraps here with the 10 gamer, and they got 4 at home after going. So it'll be 3 in Milwaukee, and then come home for that nice little 7 game stretch against the Cards, and then the Reds to close it out. So it's such a good measuring stick early on. I can't believe that's the longest stretch. Like even in the dog days of summer, they're not doing something like that in the division, and it's perfect timing for it. I think with them hitting their stride and playing some good ball, it'll be just a great kind of measuring stick for them. And I go the classic division. We got to talk about the Cubbies, man. I think today they just won their 9th straight. They're at
Jeez.
plus 43 on the run differential. I saw Happer hit a homer today. They're just year in, year out, such a tough out now. Even losing like Cade Horton, they're still right there. They can
Yeah.
absolutely bludgeon the ball, man.
Yeah. they're not missing a beat. They got a pretty deep roster, and as they should after spending all the money they have, So it's nice. I mean, it makes sense, right? But yeah, all their guys are playing pretty well right now. I really like Nico Horner. Like, if there's one guy who I could kind of pick from their team, just plot it into ours, for sure, that would be Nico Horner. Great utility guy, good bat. Just I think he'd complement us real well.
Yep.
Dude, I'm always saying that with Nico. That's so funny, JoeyO. Yeah, just a great at bat. He's added a little power this year, so he's even
Yeah.
bringing some of that. But yeah, he's been really good. Happer's got 7 bombs looking up and down the
Dang.
lineup here already. Yeah, the guy, it's crazy. A 522 slug for Happer. Don't forget, though, what we did to them at Wrigley. Okay. 2 out of 3
Should have gone that sweep.
on the press. I know, what were they up 6-2 in that final game? Had a big push in there in that Sunday game. But we digress. Cubs haven't lost since then. I think that was their last loss was this Saturday when we played them. So they've been on quite the run. The division just looks awesome. And I think now we look towards the immediate start Friday. It's Skeens. And I saw the Brewers are coming off of today. I haven't seen what they've done, but they're playing Tarek Skubal, and then they got to face Skeens tomorrow. So they're facing back-to-back Cy Young Award winners to kind of kickstart that. So we'll see what the Buccos do from that standpoint. And man, I guess from the lineup perspective, Fluke, I'll put you on the spot. What have you any kind of trends, anything you want to see adjustment wise from Donnie? I know we haven't been as hard on Donnie with some of the bullpen moves, but the lineup, it's been pretty, consistent. We're still seeing some of the getaway stuff, which I know JoeyO doesn't love.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of movement, which I like and don't like at the same time. I think there's still some guys that he's trying to get in. I think he's trying to figure out York and Gonzalez. I think he's trying to get Mangum as many at bats as he can while keeping O'Hearn in the lineup. Horowitz has kind of pushed his way into the lineup, kind of hot recently. Ozuna's pushed his way back in. So it's kind of good problems to have. I think the one thing, it's so hard to get on him this early, 60 something at bats in. But if Connor can give us a little bit more offensively, I think the lineup would take off even more. But I think generally it's been really consistent as far as, O'Neill's getting in there most days, Reynolds is getting in there most days, which is good to see. And Lau has been getting a lot of rest, but he's had injuries in his career, so I kind of understand that too. And I don't mind righty lefty with him because he is pretty poor against lefties.
Yeah.
But I think he's working it well. I'd like to see a little bit more consistency at third base, but it's kind of tough right now.
Yeah, the B Lau, he's had some clutch hits, man. And I think we were shocked, Joe. You said that too, that he was getting the off day, but yeah, I think he's got something nagging.
Yeah, day to day, I saw like his
Yeah.
knee or something. So we'll
But
see.
Fluky, you brought it up. It's true. Like we had so much hype. I mean, we did I think it was the second episode or third episode on Connor getting called up, everything around him, the buzz, and to be expected. There's hasn't seen the crazy offensive numbers. I think maybe not to this degree, the struggles, but before that, you got to go glass half full. The defense is absolutely insane. I know he had that play the Thursday against the Nationals. I don't know what he was doing, trying to field the grounder and spin, turn the 6 unassisted double play, but the defense, you almost are like go out there and play pretty much every day. I know he's getting some rest here to get him off his feet. But my goodness, the defense has been great. Offensive numbers, a little lackluster is 185. So on the season, 12 right now, 465. That's coming into Thursday, a 185 average, the OPS sitting there around Tommy Pham in April, the 496 OPS. But I think what's cool,
496, damn.
yeah, sub 5 OPS for him right now. The kid's never struggled. How crazy is like you think about he's 19, number one. I think he turns 20 maybe tomorrow. It's sometime here in April. He just it's going to be weird for him to experience that. I know that he will. He's got the support system here, and he's not the focal point. He's bad in the bottom third. But like, how do you respond to that, man? When you've been the guy, the leadoff guy, now this struggle. I wonder how he's going to approach that, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think he's got enough veterans around him to kind of lead him down that path. And who knows, maybe our hitting coach, Matt Haig, can offer some sound advice. But I don't know. I think DK, to me, he seems like a great player coach.
Yeah.
And he probably clicks with the guys really well in the clubhouse. So hopefully, he can offer some words of encouragement. But as far as like what Connor's got to do, it's just like, I don't know. This too shall pass. Like you'll figure it out. It's the toughest jump you've ever made in your career, going from AAA to, I mean, barely AAA. How many games did he play there? Like
Right.
less than
A
10,
week.
right? So,
Yeah.
it's a tough jump. A lot of expectations. Probably that contract's kind of lurking in the back of his head. Also, like, damn, they just gave me a lot of money. Like, I got to play well. So, I don't know. Again, he's a teenager, so it's you cut him a lot of slack, but like everyone said, he seems mature, and I'm sure he'll get out of this rut. Just a matter of time.
Needed to experience it. Yeah, right. You almost say, let's just get this out of the way, the first struggle of the career.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just think of like, it's such a good point of what happened when you guys were at the game, the home opener, and everything that's happened in this dude's life in the last couple weeks in front of everyone. There's no hiding from it. So yeah, he's got to just be spinning. And then you have an O for, he had a tough strikeout last night right before Mangum had come up with the clutch pinch hit. So you hope that he could slow it down. I think full confidence he will. Are you seeing anything in his approach, Luke, like in terms of the bats or anything?
Well, I mean, I think he adjusts well in some at bats that I've seen. I think Major League pitching, like you guys have said, is a world above a lot of these other ones. But what you said, Jake, in the opening day, to have that much pressure on you and still come through is something that you kind of hold as a fan in the back of your head. Like, well, it's there. It might just take some time. And it's like you've said as well, he's lower in the lineup, not a lot on his shoulders just yet. But, I do think he'll figure it out. And it is a veteran-laden team. There's a lot of older guys on this team, which is good, mixed with some good youth. But I think he'll get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time. I hope. I don't even want to put this out there. I think he's here to stay. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, but I think he's in the majors to stay, I would imagine. And hopefully he can figure it out here.
Right.
As opposed to.
No, now that they gave that deal, you let him figure it out up top here. I think confidence wise, that was a big reason why people were like, man, do you make this move at this point just because he hasn't struggled? Like he had some spring training struggles. The average was probably below 200 in spring training, but obviously he had the home runs and was making the impression. So yeah, I can't imagine sending him back down. But if it gets to the point where it's really, really bad, a big rut, you would. But the defense is playing that much that he's going to make it in up the middle, premier position. Can't all be up the middle. It's crazy how the game's evolved, right? Like your center field, your shortstop, your second baseman used to be just okay. Defense, if you hit some homers, you're driving some runs, awesome. But now it's like those are premier, man. When you see, especially on our team, it's just crazy across the majors, really.
Yeah, yeah. It's. Those are the 5-tool position you want, right? Like if there's any guy who you would want to have 5 tools, it would be for the most important defensive position. So I think like seeing what Bobby Witt doing in KC and like Gunnar Henderson, it's like, shoot, well, like maybe he could be that, but yeah, fingers crossed. We'll see though, but yeah, I got faith in him. I think part of it, he's also not striking out a lot. Like there's a few here and there. Like he seems to be putting the ball in play, but like part of me is like, well, I wonder if he's really just like shortening up his swing now. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like, hey, maybe like the nerves, like I just want to put it in play, and maybe that's why we're not really seeing much of the pop right now. I don't know.
Right, changing the approach, and that's the thing, man. That's
Yeah.
always going to change when he makes the adjustment, then the pitcher's going to make the adjustment to him. It's just constant, and he knows it. I mean, he's been doing it
Oh yeah.
for so long at this point, but really compared to some of the guys in the clubhouse, he's got some good. It's great to have some good veteran that he can lean on. Unlike years past, I think
Yeah.
from that standpoint, we
Hmm.
got to hit on it with. I thought it'd be more of an impact, but Koch, he came in the Wednesday night game, had a pinch hit, which actually sparked the comeback when they came back against Soto. It was 4-2, and then Koch ended up scoring a run there. I thought that, man, I'm kind of shocked that the Rangers didn't use him more. I know he was in a little bit of a slump coming in, but I don't know if you guys saw the interview. It was after the Tuesday game. Kutch didn't play. We'll have to yeah, we'll have to pull it up, but it was just sad to hear, man. Like, yeah, it was the first time he was made available really since the trade, and he was just dejected. Didn't really want to talk about it, had no comment, and was trying to shine away. So it was just a weird situation all around. I don't think the Rangers come to PNC Park, but obviously that would just make it even more so.
I saw the thumbnail for the video on YouTube and I couldn't click it. Like I was like I can't like this
I
because
don't
the
want to cry
picture,
today.
whatever picture they used for him, he already looked like kind of sad in it, and like the headline was like, "Oh, he harbors no ill will toward the Pirates or whatever." But like, I just couldn't watch
We
that.
all saw it in his eyes.
Yeah, couldn't do it, man. I couldn't.
I don't blame you, man. Yeah, he was just dodging questions. It was tough to hear. I thought he'd be a bigger storyline here in Arlington, but I think for the better he's not. He didn't come out and wallop us like we were kind of anticipating coming in. But Kachi, we're totally rooting for you. This was the first 3 game stretch. We're like, all right, maybe we won't, but go out there and get your 20 homers, Andrew. And we will be checking in May 1st.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
be seeing where him and Ozuna are for the stats. Before we get out of here, Fluky, you had the idea. I love it. Give me our cone of the week, our MVP. We'll do upcoming just because of how big what we have on the horizon here with 3 in Milwaukee, then the 4 gamer against St. Louis. So cone of the week, I guess someone in the lineup. It could be a pitcher, but I like a position player that you think is going to just go out there and dominate heading into Hoist the Colors episode 7.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go with all these divisional games. I think I'm gonna go Brian Reynolds, just out of consistency, playing these guys all the time. I'd like to see him, say, "Hey, we're the Buccos, we're in the division, and we're gonna be putting our foot down here."
I love that. And you got the jersey on. Come on, baby. You had to. JoeyO, give me one. Who you think? I'm putting you guys on the spot there.
I'll go O'Hearn. I feel like this is a good spot for him to kind of solidify himself as like the leader. I think he's kind of already started going that route with bringing the welding helmet and stuff. Like he just kind of seems like that guy, and he's also just been playing great already. I mean, I know he had that on base streak going for a while. It feels like he probably still doesn't, but it feels like he does because I just see him on base every game.
Yep.
But yeah, I think this will be a good spot for him to kind of solidify himself as the guy in the lineup. And, no better time to do it than against our interdivision rivals.
Man, first trip out there to Milwaukee for him in the Bucko uni, and then continuing at home. I love it. Yeah, I think this is when you need your best players to step up, and it's
Mhm.
the games don't mean anything different. It's you play so many 162, but when you have this many straight in the division, it just they all count. I'll go. He's been kind of hot or cold. We've seen some glimpses. Marcel, let's go the big bear there.
Hmm.
I can't believe we didn't talk about him going off the third rung of the rotunda in that Nationals game. Insane.
Insane.
Like so much happens, man. There's just this one's been a longer gap with us doing this on Thursday. But yeah, that was last Thursday against the Nats a week ago. But I think yeah, you get him indoors like I have to look up the numbers, but you get him in Milwaukee, see what he could do there. Hopefully, change some ball games because those things are always, what, an 8-6 final. They're usually going to be some slugfest. So you need the big boys to come out and bring the hammer. So, heck yeah, we got
it's an HD Gator.
Yeah, HD. At least say his name on here to get the juice.
Yeah. We're doing our part. He just got to pick up his.
Yeah, he's got to pick us up.
Yeah.
It keeps getting more uppercut. Every time I look, it's
Dude.
just swing going more.
It's either going straight up in the air or going straight in the ground. There's no line
still
drive.
no homers. Still no homers. I don't believe. Yeah, no homers for HD.
Surprising. That's very surprising.
Yeah, and like not a lot of slug. Like he's got 3 doubles. Those are all his extra base hits. So like with that style of swing, yeah. Well, see, this is the thing. We're hanging around. We're playing great ball, and man, we're not even at 100% or close.
We got guys that can definitely improve. So it's good
Always.
to be a Bucko fan right now.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for that month where he gets like 8 home runs,
Yep.
and then we'll be set. Pray to God,
Career altering. Man.
Yeah.
HD. There it is.
Yeah. Give me a career altering June for HD. And
Just
we'll be fine.
do it. Just do it. Oh man, boys, a lot of looking towards the future in this one because of how big the week is. So I can't wait to get back, and we're not waiting as long. So we'll be back. We're gonna say it now, Tuesday for sure, for a check-in coming off the Brewers series, and then right there, game 2 of the Cardinal series at PNC Park. But fellas, that's how we do it, baby. HTC episode 6 in the books.
Yeah.